property. More widely, my Lords, this bill already introduces many elements that will help leaseholders, including those who live in retirement properties, as well as move forward. The government will as we move forward, the government will continue to be mindful of the needs of leaseholders in retirement properties. The government's aim is to make sure that older people can live in the homes that suit their needs, help them to live healthier lives for longer, and crucially preserve their independence and their connections to the communities and the places that we hold dear. And just to reiterate that we have committed to making event fees fairer and more transparent, and will bring forward legislation as soon as parliamentary time allows. And with these reassurances in mind, I hope the noble Baroness Fox will agree with me that this clause is no longer necessary, and I ask that it is withdrawn, my Lords.
I'd like to just thank very briefly the people who've spoken, as it's the last group of the day, which is to say Baroness Thornhill, who I think has made some excellent contributions throughout, but I think really summed up why I raised this amendment in the first place. Baroness Taylor of Stevenage as well has obviously been reflecting on this issue, as indeed the Minister has, but a particular thanks to the noble Lord Best, who made the speech I wish I'd made, and obviously understands the issue with far greater depth than I do. I appreciate it. But I hope that nonetheless it's been useful to raise it as an amendment, to raise the profile of this issue as a debate. I only wanted to just clarify one other thing. There is always a danger when we talk about the elderly as vulnerable people who might be preyed upon. As we ourselves are in a situation where we might notice that, in fact, people who are older might well be the most ferocious and active and not vulnerable remotely at all people. One of the things that I should note from that film that I was talking about from the free leaseholders was it was more that the elderly people interviewed were making the point that they had basically made a decision that they were going to be less active in fighting for their rights and maybe relax a bit and just go into a lovely flat. And then they found themselves in some situation where they ended up having to become kind of civil liberties fighters all over again, or lawyers or whatever. And it was taking up all their time and draining them. So I don't want in any way to sound patronising. I do think that I want this sector to grow. I don't think it will with leasehold. I withdraw my amendment. Thank you.
Pleasure this amendment be withdrawn. Amendment by leave withdrawn.